What's up guys, it is that time of the month again where I do a recap of September so far. This is meant to be a semi-monthly type of video I do, but as you can see from the content I've been pushing out this week, there have been other things that I've been occupied with as well as beat selling. But I want to do this vlog because a couple of cool things have happened recently and I need to update you obviously on this $10,000 beat selling challenge, but also to talk about how I just got my biggest sale to date selling beats in what is meant to be my quietest month of the year. So we're just going to do a quick run through, a quick summary of what I am doing at the moment this month, and again the preparation I am doing for October and November as we get closer to them times of year where you can run sales campaigns like Halloween sales, Black Friday, and then of course end of year and Christmas sales. So the first thing we're going to look at is the earnings. Obviously you're probably curious to know how much I've actually earned so far this month, because this month is actually meant to be a very quiet month for me. So we're going to start firstly on BeatStars, and as you can see right here, this is exactly how I predicted September would be in terms of BeatStars. We've only got $100 of sales, which to some people it might be a lot more and to others it might not be a lot, but in the context of how many sales I expect to get based on previous months, this isn't a lot for my beat store, has to be said. 2 marketplace sales, a Blaze player sale, and a pro page sale. But again, if it wasn't for what I'm about to show you, this would be probably my worst month of the year so far. I would have 7 days to get at least another $300 of sales, or this would be my worst month. But you know, everything's in context. So let's have a look at how we've been doing on Airbit. So on Airbit, we've actually made $110 this month in sales. So we've actually earned more this month on Airbit than we have on BeatStars, which is probably a first. It's never happened before, and I even made $250 sale last month as well. As you can see, we made $285. So Airbit really starting to come through for me now, which is awesome. So big shout out to Airbit on this one, because I've said a lot of bad things about Airbit's algorithm in the past, but not today, not this month. Airbit is really pulling out all the stops. And then lastly, here is the biggest smackaroo of them all. This is the biggest sale I have made to date, and we have to thank Soundy for it. Well, the whole thing behind this was it was a beat sale which was going to fall through in BeatStars because BeatStars has been having issues recently with pending orders. Now, to quickly address that before I talk about this beat sale, if you're having issues with your pending orders, it could be PayPal that is causing that and not necessarily BeatStars, because I had this whole transaction on hold and ended up getting the client or customer, whatever you want to call them, over to Soundy because BeatStars wasn't working, and every time they tried to pay for these beats, they would get left on pending or the order would be cancelled. Now, the reason why, if people are paying with PayPal, it's getting cancelled is because on the 11th of September, PayPal made changes to their international payments, meaning that if a payment was made in a different currency to your own, the transaction would be blocked. Now, that is why I've had about 4 pending orders, and I nearly lost over $1,000 of beat sales because of this, and I've managed to recover most of it, but not all of it. So BeatStars could have been better this month if it weren't for this PayPal change. But again, if you are having this problem with your pending transactions, go to your PayPal and have a look at the settings. It will normally be a banner popped up with the 11th of September. These changes were made. You will just have to allow all transactions from different currencies to go through, and then it should solve the problem. And if there's still issues after that, then it could be something else. But unfortunately, whenever I reach out to BeatStars, they are not very helpful in this issue because they do not deal with the transaction themselves. That's what led to me doing this over on Soundy, because as you may have seen in my last vlog, if you watched it, I am currently moving all my beats over to Soundy because Soundy is by far the best type of pro page, if you want to call it, as a competitor to BeatStars, and the best website for beat makers. And I'll show you that in a second, but here is the gravy, the $831.25. So this has been all of a sudden one of my best months of the year, which is meant to be my worst. So that's really cool. Now, talking about this Soundy, this is the website that you get with Soundy, and this is fantastic because there's loads of different features. It links with Zapier. So for email marketing, I'm going to do videos on this. So if you've got any questions now, just keep on hold because I've got loads of videos on Soundy coming very soon where I'm going to explain on this. But just trust me when I say this, there's so many cool features which are going to maximize the amount of sales that you can get as a beat maker. So stick around because it's going to be some very cool videos. But yeah, that's basically what I'm doing for October, is getting all of my beats onto here. And then when it goes to the YouTube Type Beat channel, this month, as I said, I've been trying this new thing to grow my Type Beat channel because it got a bit stagnant, and that was to do reposts at the weekend. just of previous beats from ages ago, and as you can see, the numbers are finally up again on the YouTube Typey channel, so this has worked. So basically, to explain again what it is I'm doing on my YouTube Typey channel to try and get it to grow again, is basically I want to start posting every day on my Typey channel. So what I'm doing is reposting on Saturdays and Sundays of previous beats. I'm not uploading the beats again to BeatStars, Airbit, etc. They stay on there, just re-uploading the YouTube video while also keeping the old one up as well. This hasn't affected any algorithm things, it's only actually improved it, because as you can see, subscribers are up 41% as they were to August in this time period. Watch time is up and views are up, so that is all a good thing. And I've even got a beat which is currently taking off for the standards that my channel was set, so that's really cool as well. So this is working. So for the Typey channel growth, really start trying to do that. If you can't post beats every day, at least try to post on your YouTube Typey channel every day using this method, and I promise you it will help grow your channel as long as you're still keeping that niche in the theme. And then as other traffic drivers, as well as the Office of Email Marketing, I'm also still doing the sounding thing. I did kind of take my foot off the pedal with this because I had other things to worry about, but I am now uploading again on SoundCloud. Because I do think it's another way that can drive traffic to your beats, because you've got these really cool things here with the links you can put in to download and go to the Beat Store. I'm currently setting all of this up to drive people to Soundy, so if I'm getting any traffic right now, it will be coming from Soundy or earlier YouTube type beat videos which I've uploaded a link on. But I'm actually hoping that going forward, if I do this consistently for 6 months, SoundCloud will eventually become a very good way to drive traffic to my Beat Store. So in summary for this month, going back to my favorite little grid that I've got going on here. So in September so far, as you can see here, we've had that massive pop from that sale, which has meant we have earned $1,000, $43.27 in September, which is really cool. So in the spectrum of months, this is actually now the third best performing month of the year in what was meant to be my worst. If I didn't have that $800 beat sale, we would be still competing with February, probably below February, to be my worst month of the year. So we really saved with that sale. So it's almost like this is a little bit misleading for how the month's actually gone, but it is what it is. We're expecting a big October and a big November, so I'm very excited to share the progress of you with that. But in terms of the $10,000 beat selling challenge, we are now on 8,479. As you can see, we're getting very close to the end of that challenge. We're so close now. I think we're $1,545.90 off, and considering we're not in the October and November period, which are meant to be my two best performing months of the year, is looking very promising, and it looks like we're gonna do this $10,000, but we will see. So yeah guys, that's just a quick summary for what I've been up to in September. I hope beat selling is treating you well at the moment. If you do have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll be happy to answer them either in the comments below or do future videos in a Q&A style to try and answer them for you. Thanks for watching guys, keep making music, and I'll see you in the next video.